Hello guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls, it's me, Big Mike, and it has been a long time since I've seen you lovely guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls in a solo video. I missed you. Have you missed me? So I wanted to make a video just to kind of let you all know what's been going on behind the scenes, why I haven't been putting out videos the past couple of weeks. Also, I just want to, address some possible questions people may have about some of the types of videos I'm making. I don't expect this to be a very long video, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. The first thing I want to address are the subjects I cover and why you have seen a lack of videos in these areas over the past couple of months, maybe since November, early December. So first, and probably the easiest to talk about, is going to be Beavis and Butt-Head. It's pretty straightforward why I haven't done another video on Beavis and Butt-Head, and that's simply because the new season has been pushed back. It was originally set to be out in 2024, but because of the writer's strike in 2023, it was pushed back. And that's simply why I haven't put out any Beavis and Butt-Head videos in a while. Once the new season drops, or news of the new season drop, I would love to do that. I would love to do another video. Now, the second thing here to talk about, and this is maybe a bit more complicated, not so much straightforward, are videos on UAPs or UFOs. Well, there hasn't been really too much I really want to talk about in this subject at the moment. There are all the drone appearances and stuff, but there's not really a lot about those. There wasn't really a lot about those happening. I mean, there was a lot of sightings, don't get me wrong, but there was not a lot of concrete information. And I I don't want to make theories. I'm not the type of person who likes to speculate. So when it comes to UFOs, UAPs, I'm really interested in the story behind it. And I love a good story more than anything else. And I found these stories, the stories of David Grush, and others like him, to be very fascinating. Some of it I believe, some of it I don't believe. Man, it varies from person to person or whistleblower to whistleblower. But anyway, I love a story like that. Something I can report on, but not really something I have to speculate on. Now, I don't mind doing some speculation if I have like a logical basis or some facts to base that speculation off of. But when it comes to the widespread reports of drones that really plagued the eastern United States over, the last part of 2024 and the first part of 2025, there's really not a lot to talk about there because I don't really have any facts to go off of, any hard facts to talk about. So once another big story there breaks in that situation or in the UAP area in general, I would love to make a video about it. And next, and this is going to be a bit more personal, are my video game videos. So if you know me, I like making videos about indie games, retro games, fan games, hacks, and mods. That's kind of my whole shtick. That's kind of what I really love to do, and it's something I'm very passionate about. However, this is my busy season with work, so unfortunately I haven't had an opportunity to play very many games over the past 2 months or so. And unfortunately, this is going to continue to be the case until mid-April. But I'll get to that in a bit. But long story short, my gaming content, and I hate using that word content, but my gaming videos are not going anywhere. They will be back. Next, I want to talk about the Pond Pals podcast. As I mentioned previously, this is my busy season right now. And so some of my friends, Honk Flap and Iron, they came up with a fantastic idea to kind of help me out. And that idea was the Pond Pals podcast. And, its purpose was to kind of help me to fill in the gaps while I'm working on larger videos. There are many larger videos I want to do, but it's going to take more than a week for me to do those videos. And under my current schedule, a video a week, it's a bit difficult to do that. So, in the past, if I wanted to do a big video, I would have to kind of work on a main video for that week. And if I had any extra time, try to do a little bit of work on a larger video. And so they came up with this idea to kind of help me with that. to kind of fill in the gap so I don't have to stress too much about, coming up with a video for that week if I'm working on a larger video. Unfortunately, due to health reasons, I've kind of had to use the Pond Palace podcast as a main source of videos over the past couple of weeks. So I was a bit worried this might cause some of you lovely guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls to think that it was going to replace my normal videos. And it's not. It's going to enter the regular rotation with my other videos, just like my videos dealing with video games or UAPs or any of the numerous other various topics that I cover. I should probably number these topics one day, but anyway, it's going to enter the regular rotation. So it's not replacing them. It's going to be a part of them, though, if that makes sense. And this brings me to the final point I want to bring up here in this video. And I'm going to be changing how I run my channel going forward. So I'm going to divide the year into two parts. What I'm calling my own season and my off season. My own season is going to run roughly from mid-April until after the Sonic Hacking Contest concludes. And during this time, I'm going to attempt to put out a video a week and possibly a shorter week like I did during much of 2024. And my off season is going to run from after SHC ends, or the Sonic Hacking Contest ends, until April. Now, in recent years, the Sonic Hacking Contest normally takes place in October. However, it has happened as early as September and as late as December, so there's going to be some wiggle room there. And I just don't plan on disappearing like I have in previous years. I plan on actually making a video announcing this fact. Now, well, maybe I shouldn't really say that actually, because I'm not going to be disappearing per se. Now, during this time, I'm still going to put out videos, but just not every week. So there are many things happening during that time that I want to cover or do videos for. Like Halloween, I love doing my Haunted Folklore of North Carolina series. Also, I loved covering Public Domain Day. And there are probably more stuff that's set to happen, like NCFC, Nintendo Community Fan Game Convention. It's kind of like the Nintendo fan community's version of Sage. In fact, it used to compete with Sage, but on a much smaller scale. It happens, I'm guessing at this point, every other year. So it should be happening again in 2025, but I'm not really sure. But if that does happen, that's something I would like to cover. But it would happen in my off season. So long story short, the point I'm trying to make here is that even though I'm calling this my off season, I'm not going to be disappearing completely. I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to make videos, just not on a weekly basis. And there are many reasons why I'm doing this. First, and as I mentioned earlier, my off season happens to coincide with my busy season at work. Secondly, it's also the time of the year that I get the most inspiration to work on other things important to me, like academic research and writing. And these are things that are important to me, and they're equally as important as my YouTube channel. And I'm trying to make it so where both these things, or all these things, can coexist in my life. And also, as I mentioned earlier about the subjects I cover, this also happens to be that time of the year when a lot of those things start to taper off. Many of the shows I follow, they start to go into rerun territory until the spring or summer season. Also, many of the big game conventions I follow, like Sage and SHC, they tend to wrap up by then. And it's a bit hard to tell. It's a bit hard to tell because things can be a little crazy when it comes to news. But a lot of the AI stories I covered and a lot of UAP stories I covered, they tend to happen in the spring, summer, and early fall. I'm also hoping this is going to help with my inspiration too. So taking some time away, I've already came up with some great ideas for some new videos. They say distance makes the heart fonder, and I really do believe that. I really, really do believe that. It may not be true in all circumstances, but I definitely believe it's true in some, and this may be a situation in which it is. And finally, I want my YouTube channel to be a long-term thing. I don't want it to be something that, I only do for a short while and then forget about it. And I'm looking at some of my friends who are a similar age or close to my age, because I'll be 38 this year. and who are also creators who stream and make YouTube videos and do similar things like I do. Well, they recently, made changes to how they do things to help to ensure the longevity of their projects. And it got me to thinking, well, how can I do the same thing? Because, making a new video, writing it, editing it, recording every single week for 52 weeks of the year, it's a bit out of my reach at the moment to do that. So I'm hoping that this change will help me and ultimately help things improve for my channel as well. And so with that, those are all the things I kind of really wanted to talk about. I will be back. This is going to be my last video for about a month or so. At least my last recorded video for a month or so. Or my last solo video, perhaps. Maybe there might be some Pond Pals stuff coming out between now and then. But this is going to be my last recorded video until mid-April, once I come off of my vacation that follows the end of my busy season. And I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited to come back. The second half of the year, historically speaking, has been a very lit time of the year for me. It's when Sage happens, SHC, a lot of my favorite shows come back. And, there are a lot of new movies coming out that I could talk about. So many cool things happening. And also, I don't have to devote so much of my energy to work during that time of the year. So I am very, very stoked to be able to focus once again, or put a lot more focus on my videos. And I look forward to sharing whatever adventures may come in the last half or last 75% of 2025 with you lovely guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls. And I can't really make any promises, but if things continue going as good financially for me as they have been the past couple of weeks, couple of months, then 2025 could be the year I finally get or build my new computer. So here's hoping that happens. And if that happens, 2025 is going to be an insane year for my channel. But regardless, thank you so much for checking this video out. And again, I look forward to seeing you lovely guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls in April. So special thanks to Fran, who does a wonderful job of doing my art. She's back on Twitter now. A special thanks to all of my friends on Twitter and on Blue Sky. Thank you all for your support. I wouldn't be here without you all. And thank you to all of you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like it. If you dislike it, please dislike it. But please leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you like my videos, please subscribe and turn your notifications on. Until next time, fam. In a world that's constantly trying to get you to change, to fall in line, to conform with how they want you to be brave enough to stand up for yourself and to be yourself. And until next time, fam, I love you. Peace out!